What's the feeling when you've pulled off a shot that you've planned and prepared, you visualized it, and then you pull it off exactly as you saw it?
I pull off a lot of those shots like that, but it's the perfect one where it feels that good, the shape is that good, the distance is that good, or it lands in a perfect spot as I saw it. That doesn't happen very often. Man, that's like once every couple tournaments or so that it really feels that good.
If a situation allows for either a hook or a slice, do you have a preference?
I really don't. I know that the hook is going to come in there hot. I'm not going to be able to control it on the ground. The slice I could. But some of the times I'd much rather chase it because the shot allows me to chase it, or hitting a big slice allows me to land on the green softly. So it depends on the shot. Well, here we are. It's Great Escapes. I've hit a bad spot, and because I hit such a bad shot offline, there's no reason why I can't hit the same shot to get back, in play. And so these shots are meant to be creative. The only way that I know that you can hit these shots is to have a speed. And so hitting a big cut, a big hook, it takes a lot of speed. And that's one of the things I've been able to have is I've had a lot of hand speed over time. And to be able to keep a hook up in the air like this, like I'm gonna hit a 6-iron here and keep it up in the air and hook it probably about 60 yards, is I'm gonna have to put a lot of speed into the system. If I have too little loft, I can't shape it. If I have a 4-iron or 3-iron, I can't keep the ball in the air for a hook like this. But if I have a wedge, I can't hook it as much either. So the sweet spot's going to be somewhere between 9-iron and 5-iron. It depends on how far you want to hit it and how much you want to shape it. But here I have a 6-iron, probably shape it the most out of this lie. And again, it's going to be about a 60-yard hook. My backswing will evolve. For a hook, it'll be more in. For a cut, it'll be more out. But I'm thinking this part of my shot, not thinking back here. Most of my feels in my game have always been target related. I'm normally not good when I'm working on stuff on my backswing. If I get really target oriented, I tend to play better. I see this walkway here between the palmetto bushes here, and I'm gonna hit a 6-iron. I'm gonna start kind of on the right edge of it. I feel like if I'm gonna hook it about 60 yards, I'm gonna have to keep it in the air. And so I'm not gonna play it that far back in my stance. I'm gonna keep it a little further forward to keep it in the air. I'm gonna close the club face down just a touch to help me curve it even more. But because I've taken the loft off of it and the face is shut to the line I'm gonna start the ball at, I gotta really put a lot of speed into this. And so I'm gonna be flying in here through my hands. So this is not really I'm not thinking of body speed, I'm thinking about nothing but hand speed. This is put as much hand speed as I can to keep it in the air, and then obviously hook it from there. Aim it down the right hand side here in this gap. I see the flag over there. Drop the right foot back just a little bit to help me out, and I'll put a little bit of speed in here.
When I see Tiger kind of just sort of step up, have not a lot of doubt, and pull the trigger pretty quickly, then that's when you have that sense like sometimes he'll surprise me how fast he'll take a pretty important shot. Not necessarily the preparation before he hits that shot. That's where they'll still take their time, but over the ball. And if he gets up over the ball and pulls the trigger right away, then I'm usually like, this is probably going to be pretty good.
Is one shape easier to hit off of like soft kind of pine straw versus is another shape easier to hit off like a hard pan, trampled grass?
Anytime the ball's sitting down, it doesn't allow me to curve the golf ball. And so having a clean strike on the golf ball, if I can get the iron or wood directly onto the golf ball, and then if it happens to be hard underneath, even better. Then I'm able to create more spin and control it. But if the lie is soft, no, I can't hook it or cut it. that much. It's gonna take the shot shape out of it. But if it's clean, yeah, I can hit it both ways, equally, and feel comfortable hitting it high or low either way.
When you hit it offline, fans often congregate and line the shot that you want to hit. Do you ever think about that or get nervous about that? Because they stand pretty close.
Not really. I'll move them back where they're not in play. There's plenty of room. If you just give me a yard or two here and there, I got plenty of room. I can buzz the tower. Well, here we are on the opposite side of the hole. I happen to be in the fairway, but I don't have a shot. So I do have a shot either through the opening on the right-hand side, but I like taking up on high on the left and just basically taking the trees out of play. On a shot like this, playing this much slice, I'm gonna go with an iron that's more like a 3-iron or 4-iron, try and get some loft off of it, because I'll be adding so much spin and so much loft through this shot that I need to either hit a long iron or even a fairway wood and get this thing slicing. But a 3-iron will be good. So I want to start this ball at the last mound out there, just left of the trees, and I'm going to slice it about 60 yards over to the flag. So on a shot like this, I'm going to move this ball, I'm going to stand a little closer to it. I'm really going to try and have this face stay a little open, but I'm going to try and have my hands hit my left leg on the way through. I'll be pulling across it so hard. And so sometimes either I like hitting my left leg with it, or try and have the club face hit my left toe. So I'll be pulling that hard across it and putting a lot of speed into this one. And over the years, I've been able to hold it off and keep it here. But now with the back procedures, this much speed and this much cut, I'll let it ride over the top of me, because I can't stop it with my back anymore. I don't have the ability to do that with the procedures I've had. So when I put this much speed into it, it'll just fly over the top of me, and I'll just hit a cut that way. Generally, I really don't go for the green. I like to leave myself the easiest pitch I possibly can, or trust my short game. It's one of the reasons why I work so hard on my short game, so I can trust it. And so when I get in situations like this, I don't have to hit a perfect shot and get it up there on the green. Hit it in a spot where I can chip and putt and move on. Perfect.
How do you make sure that the ball starts far enough away from the trouble? Because I think it's something that a lot of amateurs struggle with when they're trying to hit escape shots, is making sure it starts away and really moves.
Having the reps in my game in practice allows me to see the shape and the trajectory I need to hit the ball through that window. Seeing shots like that, playing them like that, and then really judging lies. I think that's probably the most critical art of it. It's just years of experience and trial and error that has allowed me to get to this point.